Okay, I know I shouldn't laugh at this. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for this guy that I'm gonna share with you this story right now. But anyways, my husband and I had a really good laugh about this because it's just such a bizarre story. So I want to share a really quick, like 2 minutes, quick news article with you. Actually, again, my husband found this, so I thought that you would get some lulls out of this for sure. You know, laughing out of logos. Okay. Basically, this comes out of Britain. This is off the BBC. And I just want to read this to you because it is so absurd. And just look at these people. Look at these people. Nottinghamshire couple kept ex living in garden shed. I feel so bad for this guy. So this is the ex. This is the new man, and the guy I'm going to scroll down to, and this is the guy. This is the guy who she used to date, and she left him for this guy. Okay. This was very recent, just a few days ago. I'm just going to read it to you really quickly. A former accountant was forced to live, that's the guy, was forced to live in a freezing shed for a year after his ex-girlfriend met a new man. Can you imagine such ugly people have the balls to behave in this way? It's just disgusting. Okay, Chris Chapman, 59, believes he suffered from Stockholm Syndrome. Why am I laughing? This is so cruel. Suffered from Stockholm Syndrome after becoming dependent on Julie Marsden, 55, of being abused by her partner. See, women can abuse men too. I'm sorry, but women need to stop acting like they're not abusive. Women can be horrible. Just putting that out there. Okay, this woman, of whichever place she's from, I can't be bothered, pleaded guilty to coercive behavior, and Gary Cooper, the new boyfriend, admitted helping her. She was jailed for 16 months, and Gary for 15 months in Nottingham. The court heard. Okay, so from 2006 till 9. Listen to this. This has been going on. Okay. Court heard how, after meeting in 2006, she persuaded Chapman to sell his house and move into her home. Then she took control over his bank accounts and benefits. Benefits are like welfare. But their relationship broke down, and having nowhere else to go, he moved into a small cupboard under the stairs. You know that little room where like you keep your shoes in, or like the vacuum cleaner or whatever? That. He lived in that. Okay. Listen to this. Then she invited her new man to move in with her in 2016, and the abuse got worse. After an argument on New Year's Day, like 2 years ago, Chapman was this guy, poor guy, was told to move. What? Stop laughing. You're a bad person. Was told to move into the shed at the bottom of the garden. That's the shed. Was better than under the stairs, except, and it gets worse, if you can imagine, it gets so much worse. He was given a list of things he had to ask to do. He needed permission, such as to use the toilet. What a cruel bitch. Oh my God. And the court heard he was physically attacked a number of times by the new boyfriend. Look at this amazing house that he's living in. The defendants, and this is weird AF, the defendants kept about 50 rabbits for frickin' what? Ritual sacrifice? What the hell do you need? What are you making a fur coat later? What do you need 50 rabbits for? Which the prosecution said were living, and I quote, in much better conditions than this guy. He lived like this for about a year until the neighbors found out, and thank God, because actually they're the ones that helped him. Be a good neighbor. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Some poor fucker could be living in a shed, being tortured by these people. Okay, this guy agreed to waive his anonymity to tell the story because, quote, nobody should go through anything like I've been through. He admitted he had willingly sold his house and moved in, despite originally planning to use the money to retire to the coast. So he wanted to live by the sea, but he did it because he believed he and this hideous mug fell in love. He told BBC, "I had never had a family other than my parents. I always wanted that." Poor guy. Men are so nice. They just want a family. They want a good woman in their lives. And this is what freaking women do to him. But remember, he had to ask permission to use the toilet. Listen to what else he had to ask permission to do. But going with my heart instead of my head for the first time ruined my life. He said he stayed because he had contact with no one else and feared being made homeless, and he described it as Stockholm syndrome. The winter was unbearably cold because I had no heating. She wouldn't put the heating on because it was in her. She had access to the electrical, so electricity supplied was controlled by them, and he had to ask to turn it on. And guess what? He wasn't allowed to. He couldn't take a piss. She was taking the piss, but he couldn't take a piss or a shit without her permission, and no heating for him. Why would you do this? Why wouldn't you just tell him to fuck off? Why would you torture someone like this? Being told you're worthless, and the emotional side, the verbal abuse, the physical abuse, humans shouldn't be treated this way. This poor guy. Check out the article for yourself if you're interested. I am just shocked. Absolutely shocked that such a thing could happen. That's it. Short and quick. I'm very curious to hear what you think about this. So look forward to reading the comments. See you guys.